Oh, yeah, it's the sweet, sweet sounds of another episode of the Social Distance Drinking Club, episode 29. That's a mighty fine mask you've got there. I mean, not that we need one at this very moment, since we're all in completely different locations. But gentlemen, it is so good to see your beautiful faces on this lovely Thursday evening. And as always, the question that we start the show out with is, what are you drinking? You guys already know. I'm trying again. Seriously, she's running away, but I am passionate about her. Come to me, Truly. Please, pay us money.
Does the flavor even matter on that? Or is it like I put a Jolly Rancher in my Zima? I don't really give a shit. I'm just trying to get fucked up here.
No, at this point, you could just set a blueberry next to a can of water and just hope that seltzer and alcohol happen, and I drink it. So I'm okay with it. It's totally fine. But hey, for anyone else drinking something a little more interesting, Adam Green, what are you drinking?
Well, as you guys know, we've talked about it plenty. It's the Wren-iversary week, and they've been coming out with just amazing sounding beers every day. I went in over today, dropped by and picked up some Birthday Boy Wally. Woo! We're going to start there. Very excited to drink this Tripel IPA in the Good Doggo series of beers. So, yeah, very excited.
We heard some really good things about that from Luke, and I'm excited to have.
You heard correctly. This is really good.
And for me, Tuesday, you know.
Well, tell us more. Brett Berry, what are you drinking?
Brett was a Wally hipster.
Speaking of Wren-iversary, I have the Stack, which is their double IPA collab with Superstition Meadery, Dark Sky, Pueblo Vida, and Tombstone.
It's a lot of good breweries.
You know what I love is that when I grab a Truly, like you guys are sitting there breaking everything down, and I just go, I have a Truly. You're like, it's a collab with this is alcohol in a can.
That's your own fault.
I saw something on Twitter the other day about Truly, and somebody described it as like if somebody shouted the name of the fruit from a next room while you were sipping on carbonated water.
Yeah, that's more like a White Claw. So like, shout out White Claw, not getting any love from me. But like, that's more like literally you set the fruit next to a can of seltzer water and said, please, please, like I'm begging you, make friends. Adam Ledford, what are you drinking?
Well, I tell you, I would really like to be drinking this Cake Eater that I picked up for Adam Green today, bourbon barrel-aged German chocolate stout. But instead, because I'm a good friend and I'm not going to drink your beer, Adam, I'm going with a little something easy because I was closest to the pool fridge when it was time to start the show. So we'll see what's next because this beer is not going to last long.
Speaking of the pool fridge, we had been tossing around the idea of doing a fridge contest. Mine is looking a little bare thanks to the quarantine weeks of doing the show, and I might have tapped into some things that I promised to share with you guys. But don't worry, the hen is still there. Fine. But for those of you watching, stay tuned because I think maybe in the next week or two, we're going to do a fridge contest. Have you guys post pictures of your beer fridges. It'll be a lot of fun. And then we're going to flex on your fridges. What's that?
It's alcohol collections. If you have like a bar cart with your whiskeys and stuff too, just your collection of booze.
Absolutely. Whatever your what did they use? They used to call it in like PC Gamer magazine, your room of doom, where you would stack all your old games and cartridges and consoles. So like the booze version of a room of doom, essentially. Show us all the stuff you've got.
Show us your dirty folders.
We should just create an app where people have the pictures of their booze, and it could be Rate My Booze as an app, and you pick one side.
Somehow I feel like if we wrote up an app called Rate My Booze, there might be a cease and desist sneaking slowly in.
I just don't understand.
Your booze looks really nice.
Hindenburg's.
I'm gonna switch my major to app development because in like 1 week we have two probably sellable apps that we could turn into something here. So.
Hey, Bob, who gave me shit for drinking Michelob Ultra a couple of weeks ago, just said the lemonade truly isn't bad. Hey, Beer Bob, you're right, it's not. But you're not allowed to yell about me drinking a Mick anymore. Sorry.
He didn't say it's good.
As I said, I like how the barometer is, it's not bad.
It's not bad is usually like, that's like going to see your friend's concert, and they were like, what'd you think? And you go, it was interesting.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Jenny, nobody's judging you. What are you drinking? Tell us.
Jenny.
Say the suspense. Good point.
Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good So like, do I bust out like cases of archived Bottle Logic beers that I have in the garage fridge, or do we just do the current stout fridge that's kind of saying fridge
booze collection or the actual fridge presentation? Like, I guess we have to decide what it is because
I think that if your wine cellar is out, like that counts. Some people have a whole room, a proper wine cellar. You know, if you've got it, I take that as an entry. You know, if for some reason you've got an entire barrel of whiskey that you bought at a Costco at wholesale sitting in your house, send us a picture.
Yeah, we'll post it up and we'll rate it according to a as of yet undecided rubric that will be delightful and piquant.
Jenny, he's drinking a Pinnacle vodka and Diet Cran. Watch your carbs. Nice, good choice.
As long as you're drinking, that's all we care about.
I mean, we don't care if you're not drinking. It's fine. Just drink some water. It's fine. We're happy to have you here.
That is a proper Southeastern United States beverage right there. Salute.
According to a list we went through last month, I think.
Yeah, was that on the top 10 most Googled? Jeez.
I think it was. It was up there. Like, how do I make a cran and vodka?
Screwdriver for dummies. Screwdriver if you don't have orange juice.
Mimosa. How do I make a mimosa?
Yeah.
Do you think that in those lists they counted sometimes people just actually Googled screwdriver for like researching an actual tool to buy?
Like if they were actually looking to use a screwdriver?
Yeah.
And they got a recipe and then they ended up in the kitchen making a drink and nothing got done around their house.
And they're like,
if they're Googling how to use a screwdriver, they've got other issues too. They're not complicated.
What if you're looking for a Torx wrench and you start typing screwdriver with 6 flanges? I mean, there are ways I think that you can legitimately start typing screwdriver at least and get
how to use a screwdriver? No, I won't accept that. No,
screwdriver with 6 flanges sounds like a great beer name,
cocktail name,
or a cocktail name.
All right, Yusuf, go. Screwdriver with 6 flanges.
Oh, come on, man. We're not getting that in the game yet. That's not happening. Listen, so Beer Bob is looking for a cop-out here and saying that the only reason he tried it is because your wife wanted to try it. First of all, stop appropriating seltzers to women. That's not the point. It's a low-calorie beverage. There's less carbs in these than there are in a Michelob Ultra. So, Bob,
I think that's the point he's making.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean men can't watch their figure, guys?
No. We fail.
Wait, this comes from the guy Ledford, who the last show we did was on the coffee kick because he was trying to lose weight to fit into his suit. I remember.
I'll have you know I am close to 7 pounds down just from not being stupid and gorging myself on bread and beer every day. So it's working.
You guys know
if you're drinking Trulies.
You guys know I've gone out to eat a couple of times here and there in very nice places that are being considerate of the environment. But seltzers are for men too. It's okay for me to sip on one of these. Also, I haven't gained any weight since then. I've lost weight during the quarantine. I'm sorry to everyone who gained the COVID-19. It's going to be okay. But somehow I did that. And here I am. Thank you, truly.
I feel like seltzer is like the drink equivalent of just for men. So it's like just the right amount of gray in your drink.
If somebody came up with like the 4 Loko ABV equivalent of a Truly, I guarantee all of you would be drinking it.
Oh, God, I have memories of 4 Loko that are patchy at best, and I don't want to think about that ever again.
At first, by the way, I saw this 1912 post from Sam Fraser and thought he was sending us a partial address, and I was like, wow, everyone send him a gift.
Hey, Adam Green, how's that birthday boy Wally is kind of legit, huh?
I remember we were talking today, the Wally series, it's amazing because they're all IPAs. They're all big IPAs, but they're a little bit different, each of them, and they're always really good. Like this one's a little bit more citrusy, I think, than some of them, and I really like it. Like it's delicious.
It's up there on the list of favorites, I think.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Bridget, hang on a second. We're going to get to this in a second, but I don't need your shit right now because I happened to pick up this
Here comes the flex.
single barrel select Buffalo Trace that was a Cotton and Copper and Yucca Tap Room selection, and it happens to be #scrumptious. So your use of support, though very appreciated, is not necessarily needed, but I do love you, and you're the best. So, like, if you want some, let me know. I'll put some in a vial and drop it off. But Trulies are fine. I'm not a hipster, guys. I might be a big fan of Seattle, but don't do that to me. Chop down a tree while wearing a flannel shirt. Why would I do that?
If you're trying to prove your manliness, I figure that's a way to do it.
I mean,
The only
Adam, if you're trying to prove his manliness, maybe he'll start with doing manual labor for the first time in his life.
I happen to unload a ton of food out of a truck and into other trucks for charity.
That seems inefficient.
I didn't see you guys there. And just so you know, the only flannel I own in this house is Star Wars flannel.
Okay, that's pretty
How did you
different.
able to have that right in front of you?
Fight me in a parking lot because I took my PJs off, their PJ pants, and put them on the chair this morning and walked into my kitchen in my underwear because it's my house and I do what I want.
Okay, all right.
You think I shower before like walking across the hall into my office to work during the day?
No, I'm not
Or like 4:30
at all during the week. Maybe once. No one does anymore.
Like, does anyone shower anymore? Maybe that's the question.
Yes. Twice.
At what time are people showering these days?
There we go. Bridget says, back on the Yusuf train, Star Wars. Thank you, Bridget. You should know I have quite the Star Wars collection. It's amazing. At one point, we'll talk about it. Brett Berry might be the second most enthusiastic about Star Wars in the show. And third would be
Shirt.
a tie to the two of you. I don't care if your shirt is
I
happening.
have a lightsaber.
This guy served me coffee in his house out of a Star Wars mug and made it in a Star Wars French press.
Excuse me.
Are we? Yeah.
Good day.
I think this is going to be Star Wars flex time. So you know what? Great time to ask our fans. Are you fans of Star Wars? Because I am.
We're going to go grab the giant Millennium Falcon that I gave him. That was mine because I just needed space in the house.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh boy, he's back again.
Exactly. The Millennium Falcon that he gave me because I wanted it. But yeah, Brett's the biggest Star Wars fan after you.
I got so much Star Wars stuff. I gave you a giant Millennium Falcon.
It's pretty nice. It's a nice lightsaber. I don't know that I ever thought I was going to say that on the air. Adam, you have a very nice lightsaber.
But you know you've thought it for a while now.
For at least 2 episodes now. This is the second one. The Revenge of the Fifth one was one of my favorite moments that you didn't tell any of us about. And then,
Yeah, no kidding.
swoosh. It's so good.
I had been planning that one. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do this. So I had to put on like the hoodie and try to do like the Sith thing. But I'm like, it's also like 95, 100 degrees. This is really hot. I don't want to do this anymore.
You suffer for your art, my friend, and we
I
appreciate
do. And also, everyone else suffers for my art too.
My friend Caroline says Four Loko is a blackout in a can. Caroline, Four Loko has changed. It's no longer a blackout in a can. It's now just a shit ton of sugar, way less caffeine, and a moderate amount of alcohol. But in 2009, yes, halfway through a Four Loko, most people died.
What was your favorite caffeinated near beer of that era? Because I'll tell you, I was a Spark guy.
Oh, I did those too.
The orange Spark. Oh my God, I made many bad decisions on that.
But
shit.
those were they near beers or were they like energy beers or like energy malt beverages? What did we label those as?
Malt beverage, because like they did B to the E, if you remember that hot mess. But that was the caffeinated Budweiser, and that was also bad. I mean, but it was all malt beverage. It was all super sugary, caffeinated Four Loko wannabes.
There were a ton of them, and they came out quick. I think they knew there was like a window that they had to do it in before. Obviously, somebody was going to end up in the hospital, and then
You know what it was? It was when Rob Gronkowski was in college.
My Four Loko experience, I remember I was at a party. It was a Christmas party. And this is before I was really into beer like I am now, so my tolerance wasn't as high. But I was younger, so I could handle more. It's that balance of getting older and wiser at the same time. And I drank a few different flavors of Four Loko, not because of the taste, just because that was there. Eventually, I ended up throwing it up. It was like rainbow puke. Like, that's my memory from all the different flavors I was drinking. So, thanks, Four Loko.
I'm going to ask our friends in the audience to tell us about their Four Loko experience. But I feel like everyone has one of these stories. I know you said yours was a Spark story. Did you have a Four Loko one too?
No. So before Old Man in the Room, before Sparks or before any of that stuff, a lot of the times the cheap, awful, alcoholic, boozy Kool-Aid was like Mad Dog 2020. Or, that was the college, like, this is a bad idea. We all know it, but let's all buy at each other's bullshit. Or like a bottle of Goldschlager. There were lots of different ways to make bad decisions. They just didn't come in a can necessarily.
I was really hoping when you said Old Man in the Room, back in my day, we used to just chug Bud Heavy while chewing on coffee beans.
While walking up this hill in the snow 15 miles.
It's funny you mentioned MD 2020, by the way, because I know we talked a little bit of shit about Casa when everything opened back up because they had that massive crowd. But years and years ago, and I don't know if they still do this, but Casa had a fridge where they would hand you an MD 2020 at the bar, crack it open, and you could just drink one of those at the bar. And I thought it was hilarious. I mean, Earl and I did it at least twice because if it's in front of you, the novelty of knocking open a Mad Dog 2020 is there.
Yeah, I never drank any of those things, but I did have various cocktails with Red Bull in it, but not Jaeger, because Jaeger bombs are the worst thing in the world.
Agreed.
I've done a lot of
I
Jaeger
saw somebody order a Jaeger bomb like 6 months ago at a fairly nice place, and I was like, why?
Why are you hanging out with 20-year-olds?
You want to know why, Yusuf? You want to know why? The cocaine kicked in.
First of all, this caption that says "Pantsless Yusuf loves Truly and cats." I'm in shorts, okay, so fine. I do love Truly, and I happen to very much enjoy my cat. It was somewhere. He doesn't love me as much as I love him.
Hey, there's no fake news on this show. That was a fully truthful headline.
It's never any fake news. Hey, MD 2020 St. Ives.
St. Ives, that was the one. Holy shit! Freshman year at University of Georgia. There's a reason that I did not get through college the first time. St. Ives was a big part of that.
Which, by the way, another moment to take to congratulate Adam Ledford on going back to college, because I'm proud of you, buddy. I really am.
Thank you.
I wish I was still in school.
Here's my one flex in my calculus class right now. I have 100 average, and I have one test to go. So I think I might ace this class all the way around. So
what's the first derivative of your grade right now?
The first derivative of my grade is 0 because it's a constant, Brett. Thank you.
Hey, the story checks out now. Good.
Thanks, Jenny.
Jenny says, "Yay, Adam." Thank you, Jenny.
Talking about derivatives, and I don't want any part of that conversation.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna get into like math and science, I'll just distance myself.
I think for podcast sake in the future, we're gonna have to find a button where the screen just says the word distance and it yells distanced. Like kind of like an Unreal Tournament, like double kill.
Say we need like a Mortal Kombat voice or something to be like.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We're gonna need like that double kill from Unreal Tournament, like ultra.
We're gonna get a soundboard a la Jerky Boys, circa 1995.
I mean, we'll be doing this differently in hopefully a few months, or when there's a vaccine, since that's the thing. I don't know. Is it St. Ives or St. Ives? St. Ives sounds like a lotion, actually. Now that we're looking at it.
Oh, I don't.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Bridget. I need you to look at your lotion and then look at the beer and then look at the booze, because I think it's St. Ives.
And really quick commenters, when you're saying "yay, Adam" or things to Adam, please put a last name or initial, because I feel like maybe you're yaying me, and while I appreciate that, I don't deserve celebration or congratulations. I haven't done shit during the time of quarantine.
Quick rule of thumb: they're never saying "yay you."
Yeah, nobody's assuming anybody's congratulating you.
This is where it's like I was saying "boo earns," but No, I just want to make sure everyone's clear that Adam gets his just like proper 100% congratulations because he's rocking it.
To be fair, in the only host versus host battle challenge we've ever said, Adam Green was the winner with 1 vote to 0 to 0 to 0 of who.
Other Adam doesn't help either because
to be fair, Bubby hit the wrong button.
Bubby hit the and also Bubby has a fake sock account. Her name is Jenny Rappaport.
Jenny, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but we need the last name or initial.
No, so Jenny's my homegirl from long ago. So
so it's definitely me she's talking about then. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Jenny.
Yeah. Cleared that up.
All right.
Our national nightmare is over.
It's okay.
That was quite the emotional roller coaster for everyone.
But I do like that Jenny now is giving you an initial. Jenny, it's okay. Sorry to make you type this much. Adam's actually a bit of a masochist. He just ruins everything for everybody. You were sitting there enjoying your vodka Diet Cran, and he made you put it down and type things 3 times just now. That's not what this is about.
This is hilarious.
Here, if you ask him what he's doing during the day, he's busy. But at the end of the day, he hasn't done shit.
Like,
don't tell his boss.
Brag about like I've remained employed, which is a good thing, but like otherwise,
Sam Fraser with the hashtag all Adams matter.
Cool, I gotta go. All right.
They do though, because we've had too many fucking Adams on this show. Adam Fout was on here before. Who else? We had another Adam on here. Help me out, guys. Good talk, everybody.
Go back to that banner. I want to see it.
It's not unfulfilled, Chris Macbeth. I just can't put up that last one. Just not that one. The Star Wars one was money in the comments.
Yeah, that was funny.
It was really fun. Did we confirm that it was St. Ides?
I don't even know.
Oh, boy. Well, gentlemen, anyways, it's been a fun conversation. We should probably move on to the next topic.
Hey, guys, I know our sponsorship opportunities have still been very dry, as we've said. So I came up with some more stuff that I'm hoping you guys can help me out with. Pitches for products. The first round wasn't very warmly received, but I feel like we can do it this time.
Are we doing it?
You guys in? Let's do this thing. Give me just a second. Talk amongst yourselves. Well, I'm going to go ahead and cue you guys up with your cue cards here in just a second.
All right, looking forward to it.
Happy to talk amongst ourselves. While you're doing that, real quick, I do want to bring up one quick thing. Is our friend and mascot, Little Wren, nearby, Brett?
Wren or Wally?
I mean, I'll take either, but you don't have to get up to go get them. We could always do this after the show.
I think they're snoozing because they were running around like crazy people earlier.
In fairness, this could actually be both of us.
Well, for those of you guys watching, we'll give you guys a kitty update here in a little bit. But aside from the Adam that needs our attention, would you look at these buggers? Because friends now, we got Wren and Wally both, and they're besties. Too freaking cute. I think I'm ready for a second cat, boys. It's happening soon.
I'm not gonna lie. The integration of new kitten to only cat has gone as smoothly as one could hope.
Are cats good about that? Because my dog's a jerk. He would not be happy with another dog here. Are kitties more likely to be like, yeah, okay, I'll have you around, or is that not a thing?
I mean,
you need to kind of ease into it.
They take time, like a few days, usually a week. It's like a cat even coming to your house takes days to get comfortable. Usually, you got to start them in a small room or something like that. So, guys, it's time for the beer name game.
Yeah. So Yusuf, I had you in mind for this one. I think that this is the one. So,
can I pour myself some delicious Cotton and Copper Yucca Tap Room Single Barrel Select #Scrumptious Buffalo Trace?
Yeah, are you gonna blend it with some sort of soda or?
Yeah, I'm gonna mix it with a Diet Cranberry, thanks to our friendly fan.
Bourbon and Diet Cranberry.
I'm kidding, I'm sipping on this straight. Come on, I'm not that much of a Jew. Come on.
I mean, I drink it. So some cats are amazing. Oh God! When you find a cat that actually loves you, holy shit!
It can't be that much.
Good luck with cats.
But by the way, tongue slip. Not that much of a jerk is what I meant to say. Not a Jew either, but I am Muslim. But my friend here is Jewish, so very nice. But not that much of a jerk to ruin Buffalo Trace straight. I can't. It's also single barrel. By the way, boys, not that hot. I thought it would be. That's
rude to say to it. It looks really attractive.
Well, I mean, it depends on which side of the bottle you're looking at. The sexy buffalo, but I mean,
to be fair, Yusuf feels uncomfortable calling something hot if it hasn't been aged 18 years.
Yes. Also, about 60 seconds ago, I ruined every chance I had of a political career because that'll be the only thing on this show that goes viral ever.
Well, that's what's going to ruin any political career.
Challenge accepted.
Boys, I'm running for office. I'm a write-in candidate. As of the 25th is the last day, so I'm going to do it.
All right, Yusuf, you are queued up in the private chat, my friend. Tell us about the tap of the week.
Oh, boy. Our featured tap of the week is Goat Rodeo, habanero sour wheat beer from I Can't Even Anymore Brewing Company. To commemorate what a total dumpster fire the year 2020 has been, the jaded, cynical, exhausted brewers at I Can't Even Anymore literally grabbed what seemed like the worst combination of ingredients imaginable to prove that time is meaningless, taste subjective, and we're already in hell. Goat Rodeo. It doesn't taste good at all, but for a few minutes, while the taste lingers, you'll completely forget that we're in the middle of pandemic-laden race riots with a side of murder hornets. Goat Rodeo. I take that back. That might have been worse than what I said earlier.
Oh, I forgot the banner. I'm a terrible cue card guy. Sorry, guys.
Well, I thought that was actually. I Can't Even Anymore Brewing Company might be.
I was just thinking. I was like, if Brett and I ever realized and fulfilled our dream of opening a brewery, and it happened to have to be this year, it would be I Can't Even Anymore Brewery.
What if we put that on a shirt? Would anyone wear it? I Can't Even Anymore Brewing Company, like a nice logo, satire all around.
It just rolls off the tongue.
It's just a glass upside down.
Yeah.
You know.
It's kind of poking fun at the Brewers Association upside down beer bottle thing.
True.
I got a beer name for Brett here. Do we want to do it?
Let's do it.
Brett, you ready?
Sure.
All right, it's in
Get
there.
excited.
Thank you, Chris Macbeth. Appreciate it.
Am I supposed to? Is this just an acronym?
Do you have the banner, Adam?
I have the banner when he starts reading.
All right, Brett Barry, your turn. It's the beer name game.
AGAM Ale. The bitter taste of regret will overwhelm you with just one sip of this bright orange beer. Just 2.016%. You'll feel like it's a race to the finish. It's a race to finish this one because, trust me, it will not age well. Who cares if your friends warned you against choosing beer? What's done is done, and besides, since when are you one to be a sheep? The sheer audacity of others to question your choice may grind your gears, even if you kind of agree with them. The good news is, while you may not be pleased, Adam didn't put the rest of this in there.
Did it not copy over?
You got to double message it, man. You can't half-pass the game. Come on.
You have to double it. There's a character limit.
Pause. Take a sip of your drink.
There's a character limit. That's why we have two. That's why we have one too many Adams.
Yeah, character limit.
The good news is, while you may not be pleased with how this one goes down, you will soon be able to choose something different. AGAM.
AGAM. And remember, everybody, aside from AGAM, our other favorite acronym is WWAD. What would Adam drink?
You know,
It rarely ends poorly.
one thing I know about that is it is not a brown ale. That's for damn sure.
Again,
No, it's very orange.
I've got one for Adam Ledford. For those of you guys just joining us, we are playing the beer name game where we throw some beer names and descriptions that, sight unseen, we give the other hosts to read that we've written before the show. So, Adam Ledford, you've been so gracious as to write some of these for us, and I have got one for you, my friends. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Do I need to go into 2 comments or anything, or are we good?
It's short, it's sweet, it's ready. It's Adam Ledford's turn. Go.
Hugely tremendous triple. So nice, we made it thrice. This beer isn't Belgian. It's clearly American. Hugely. Flavor, American. Malt, American. Hops, American. This is America's new Budweiser, since we have clearly allowed Belgium to acquire our beer, steal our pretty Clydesdale ponies. Was that English?
It was supposed to be and steal our Clydesdale ponies. I apologize.
Sharp today.
The Belgians also stole our conjunctions.
So for a quick nitpick at our friends at AB InBev, because we all like doing that, that was there.
Who makes Truly?
What's that?
Who makes Truly? AB InBev.
It's a different conglomerate.
It's the hard seltzer beverage company out of Boston, Massachusetts.
That I'm sure is owned by one of S.A.B. Miller Coors or one of those guys.
Nobody asked you, okay? If they don't like us now, they won't like us later. It's not a big deal.
Especially not now.
Hey, Adam Green, I got good news. I got one to read for you that isn't even about beer.
That sounds wonderful and out of place.
No, we're going to do the cocktail name game soon.
No, it's great. It's still a beverage. It's still a beverage, but this is right up your alley, my sports writing friends.
Oh, hold on a sec. Is that an insult from Beer Bob? It's short. It's sweet. It's Yusuf. Are you calling me short and sweet? I like you, but you kind of like backhanded me on that one.
That's a common insult if I ever heard one.
No, because you jerk.
Look what social distance just replied to it.
Dear Bob, you're half right. Who did that? Because it wasn't me. You insulted me last time we did this show when I was trying to stand next to Todd and Adam, and just because they're both over 6 foot doesn't mean I'm short. Not everyone's over 6 foot, guys. I'm 5'10". 5'10".
Remember that time you were dominated by an ice scoop?
Sam, you won't be able to. Not on this show.
It's never gonna happen. Never gonna happen.
Real quick before we go on to the next bit, I just want to take a moment to acknowledge this Buffalo Trace. It is incredible, and I do want to show a little bit of love to our friends. They haven't had this. Sean Trainer is still part of the staff, obviously at Cotton and Copper as one of the owners and partners. They've kept their staff pretty bare bones, but he's working his ass off over there and could join us tonight. So Sean and then Casey from Yucca wasn't able to join us either. But they've done a great job. Obviously, we've talked about what Cotton and Copper's been doing and how they've had the to-go windows for their food, 15-minute windows, one customer at a time. Great. I walked in to grab some stuff from Yucca today, and they had this setup, which I thought was awesome. So they have essentially built like bank teller windows with the plexiglass. You can see the serving area there on the bottom left. And they're encouraging people, even though they are available with limited seating and limited capacity to grab a drink while you're there, they're actually encouraging people to take stuff to go. So their menu today had some hot chicken sandwiches, a side, and this bottle of Buffalo Trace for all of $50. And I thought that was awesome because you could walk out there with, dinner and a hangover for $50.
I like that.
Can we go tomorrow?
Hey, dinner and a hangover. Beer name.
Dinner and a hangover is definitely a beer name.
Tacos, a little bit of side, and a bottle of bourbon.
That's
so there you guys go. They do have some more of these left, and our friend Matt Barrett is there as well. That was Matt in the photo there. They've got tons of stuff, and if you look, by the way, it's kind of hard to see, but all of those bottles that are lined up there, they're lined up with to-go prices to take entire bottles out of the bar. That's how much they're encouraging people to grab stuff to go. So you see some Jack Fire there, some Black Velvet, some Wild Turkey. All of them have to-go prices on the bottles. They're telling people, grab a bottle, take it home, look at the fridge, take it home, grab some food, take it home.
That's really adaptable, what they've done. Like, they're just rolling with what's going on these days. Like, that's awesome.
And it's great. And they put some time and effort into it. They've got their second room where the stage is and everything, and they actually still have a bar there. So in order to expand the distance space, they have that bar running simultaneously, and they still have that same barrier up on that other bar. So they have one in there. There was probably 5 or 6 people around a bar that would normally have 20. And in the other room, it was basically the to-go room. And it was myself and Earl picking up, lunch, and Matt Barrett behind there with one of the chefs and somebody else back there. That was it. So yes, awesome dude indeed. Beer Bob says, love Yucca Tap Room. Casey's an awesome dude. Agreed. It was just really cool and refreshing to see that, because Yucca's always been kind of labeled the dive / local music joint that wasn't. I think it was the last place most of us would have expected to see something like that. So great job, and a shout out to those guys for sure. That was a lot.
So Yusuf, you sent that picture out earlier, and I just had the opportunity to run into a couple of business owners here in Tucson, and it was kind of cool because the conversation started with showing that picture and seeing reactions called oh God, I hope it doesn't get to that point. But then we ended up having a really good conversation called nobody knows what the long-term changes are going to need to be for this. And it's hard to know what's an overreaction. It's certainly, from our perspective, pretty easy to see what feels like an underreaction. Sure. But kudos for somebody implementing something that, good customer service and good welcoming environment can get around physical barriers. This is a place that if I walked in and I saw that, I would say, holy shit, these guys really care about their employees. And they really care about their customers too. And yes, it might feel awkward for a second, but also maybe that's how we have to live for a little bit in order to get past it.
And it's a great question, and I don't know how long it's going to go, but what I really appreciated was the fact that it was comfortable enough that I think even you guys would agree, if you were swinging by there to pick up a growler or some to-go food, with the way that place was set up, you would have at least grabbed, if they said, hey, do you want something while you're here? You would have knocked back a beer and felt totally okay, because you would have had your own bubble. I mean, easy.
Nice.
Ripped the mask off and drank a beer and felt good about it.
I mean, to be honest, it was really funny because there was a guy standing about 15 feet away from me. He took his beer and he went back to a table, and then he did one of these and still kept his nose covered, but he sipped his beer through the mask and then slipped it back down and then went back.
To a hamster who picks up the food in the corner, runs back Why
are you describing yourself in the third person?
It wasn't me. I was with Earl and did not have a beer while I was there. I just had a quick taste of this before I left, and grabbed the bao buns, the Nashville hot chicken bao buns that I don't have a photo of. I'm sorry, guys. They made me Nashville hot chicken bao buns. I know. I should have taken a photo.
That's can we go tomorrow?
I've seen one.
Can we go tomorrow?
Can we? I mean, we can. Sure. We can. You want to just stop by there and then call me and we'll just, video chat bao buns?
To your point, what they did though, none of us know what the normal is or what it's going to be like, but certainly right now, I would feel a lot more comfortable in a place like that. I'm not necessarily going to bars and restaurants to dine in and drink there, but I would walk into that place and say, you know what? If I'm going to do it, this is the type of place it's going to be. Based on what you're telling me. So that's awesome. That consumer confidence that's hard to have right now. Sometimes it's in our own head. Sometimes it's what we see in front of us at places. But that's the type of place where if I'm going to kind of stretch and do that, I would do it at a place like that for sure. So great job.
I commend them for doing what they did. They obviously took those efforts way before everything blew up in our faces, but somebody saw it coming. We all saw it coming. But with that being said, I don't want to spend too much time on this. We'll talk about it some more next week. Booze definitely for sure. But we are going to get back to the beer name game, and we've got one more, two more. What do we got?
Oh, we got a few more.
Yeah, we got a few more.
Let's go. Let's have some fun.
Adam Green.
Okay, I'm ready.
This one is ready for you. Should be all in one container here. Here we go.
All right.
Okay. We here at Florida State University have watched for years with admiration and more than a little jealousy as the University of Florida Gators have supplemented their income with royalties from Gatorade sales. Well, we've decided to throw our hat in the ring and bring you a tasty, high electrolyte sports beverage that will have the nation talking. Introducing Seminole Fluid. It tastes great. Yeah, we promise. Kind of like pineapple, sort of. Anyway, try Seminole Fluid today.
You know, at a certain point, I'm okay if these are only funny for me.
Okay.
Like, you don't know where it's going, and all of a sudden, like, because for the first half of that, if not 3/4, like we're basically talking about Gatorade, and then Fluid.
Here's the good news. Here's the good news. Is that Amy's a fan of the porgs on your T-shirt, which means you did something right today.
There you go.
All right, what do we got? What do we got next? Because at this point, we're gonna lose Dakin as a fan and friend.
I got one I think would be good for Yusuf if you want to let me do one.
Yeah.
What it means I'm happy to read.
Yeah, I mean, Yusuf, you very much enjoy going to Mexico on the regular, so that's why I feel like this one's appropriate for you.
Send it my way, my friend. I do enjoy going to Mexico, and as a matter of fact, I may go soon. They've opened back up, so I'm gonna go hang out in a condo or a house and avoid people and bring everything from my fridge and cooler filled up, so I don't have to talk to anyone. That's and there's a beach in front of me, so I can just go hang out on a beach. And honestly, probably do the show from there, which would be fun. We'll see. It'll be a good time.
All right, one of the Adams got my banner for him.
Where is it?
It's at the beginning and the end.
I got you.
All right, boys, I'm ready. Here goes the second thing on the show that will ruin my potential future political career. The beer's name is Drain Por Supuesto. This Mexican lager is the hottest new drink of the quarantine. Made with 100% recycled water and the reclaimed lime rinds from last month's Cinco de Mayo margaritas. This environmentally responsible lager goes great with a shot and will have you saying, 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 drain pour. Ladies and gentlemen, está bien, es drain por supuesto. Salud.
Well done.
Who wants the next one?
Laugh, Adam.
I have one for Brett or Adam. Adam Green, did you have one?
I have one. Who wants it?
Well, I have one for Brett. So pick.
I'll give this to you then, Adam.
All right, let's roll with it.
Let's see. It looks like it worked for one thing.
Yusuf was like, "No, not me."
So you are ready to go.
All right. You know the phrase, one man's trash is another's treasure. That's the concept behind Down the Disposal. This stout has been generously conditioned on banana peels, lemon slicers, bits of pepper, and even some steak fat. The end result was a beer with confusing yet tolerable flavor, one that will stay with you for longer than you'd think, or maybe hope. At 6.9% ABC, I'm going to guess ABV, this one is nice and don't mind those chunks. They tasted good once before, and they probably will again. Down the Disposal. You can not main screen me anytime.
It was a double tap, which is a Zombieland thing and not a live stream thing. But hey,
I did have a typo in there. I am sorry.
I'm sorry.
No worries.
Bob said he didn't understand half of what I said. I don't have an accent here, Bob. I was born here, and if you didn't understand the little bit of Spanish where I said "drain por supuesto," then Google it. I can't help you. Learn something.
If you just listen to Yusuf closely, you could detect the hint of Gilbert accent.
Yeah, there's a slight bit of Gilbert, but I was born in Chandler, so there's a little bit of like maybe privilege. But it's not mine. It leaked on me somehow.
All right, Brett Berry, are you ready, sir?
I guess so.
Let's just say the presentation on this one will be really self-explanatory.
Well, for those of you watching, as this comes through, we are playing the beer name game and getting ready to wrap up a wonderful episode of Social Distance Drinking Club. Beer name game, sight unseen, descriptions and names of beers or cocktails to our fellow
Or energy drinks.
or energy drinks or energy malt beverages or whatever.
Yeah.
And also, while we're doing this, before we kick off, if you're watching, tell us what you're drinking in the comments because surely you've all moved on to a second beverage.
Heck yeah. All right, Brett Barry, you ready to roll?
Let's do it. All right, I gotta get myself amped up for this one.
Why did you give this to me?
Because you're the obvious choice, Yusuf.
Billy Mays here to tell you about an amazing new product, Hard Beer Flex IPA. It's high gravity, full of premium hops, and it has a mild sedative to ease the terrible sense of panic that we're never going to be able to show off our fully stocked beer fridges in person ever again. This beer is smooth. I can't even believe it. It also works as an engine degreaser. Call me now. I'll throw in a case of Astronaut Smoked Porter.
Yes! Woo! That was amazing. That was amazing.
Cheers to that. Good. That was actually a lot of fun.
I'm actually surprised I maintained that energy level without stumbling.
I thought you might. It was well done.
Guys, can I just say when I pitched this to you guys, it's turned out to be everything that I hoped it would be.
Oh, it just gets better. I've actually been talking to both of my old improv directors, and there's some input. So we're gonna have like a structure to this soon that'll be a little bit different, but it's gonna be a lot of bit fun. I do have. I don't know if you guys put up. I know we talked about doing names without descriptions and having to improvise a name. I don't know if any of you guys did one of those. Sham, wow, well done, says Amy McBeth.
Nice.
How about Yusuf? To that point, anytime I think we have a good beer name in mid-conversation, I think somebody should have to describe it.
Maybe that might like a quick elevator pitch, 15 seconds.
Yeah.
We do that, but only on one episode a week. Like we'll just compile them and then go boom. And if they come up in that episode, that's fine. We'll do them fresh. But did anybody have one that was just a name, no description?
I did not.
Great. I'm going to throw one at Adam Ledford and pray to God that you can do this.
I'm bad at this. Okay, let's go.
Sorry, buddy, but here she is. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Adam Ledford, it is in the banners. Or sorry, it is in the private chat. A mega banner. Go ahead.
Could have started up on the banner.
I know, I should have.
Yeah.
Drink up.
Do you suffer? Jesus. Do you suffer from low hop concentration? Are your H levels painful and difficult to negotiate the aches and stresses of a day? Well, I'm glad to present to you, my dear friends, Icy Hop for all your shakes and pains. Some of us may never know the troubles and the turmoils of the DTs, or just the need a beer at 4:30s. But you, my friend, you've been there, and I have too, and I will tell you, Icy Hop will cure what ails you. Small dose of mint to make it go down smooth and remind you that you're still alive on this cold, dead planet. Icy Hop, please let this be over.
Oh, I was
waiting for Shaq to come in there and be like, "Damn, this is a really good beer. I rubbed it on my shoulders. Icy Hot. It's really good."
Oh, I forgot about his Icy Hot thing.
I get the Shaq Icy Hot in there, man. Come on. It could have been a Gold Bond Icy Hot collab. I mean, you could just gotta stab it.
Adam, that was so good, but I had to. I was hoping you were going to come up with the same tagline I was thinking of, and it's Icy Hop, turn your bitterness into bitterness units.
Oh,
good. We might have to have some collab beer descriptions soon. Maybe that's a thought. So
yeah, that's our Wren collab. That's IP. None of you viewers can take that. We're claiming it.
Yeah. No, listen. Everything we say on this show is essentially just a copyright. So if you think the name's cool, I have a really good lawyer.
Is this like those things that people share on Facebook that are like, if you copy this whole update, it means that Facebook can't take your pictures or something?
Yeah, just post it
Did
and
we
then
just do that on the show.
Information stolen. So
We just did that. Okay, just checking. Yeah.
Just making sure. Did you say small dose of mint or meth? Says Beer Bob. Bob, I'm starting to think that you can't hear anything.
Or he hears what he wants to hear.
Because maybe. So Bob, this isn't that kind of show. That's on the Onion Network, the dark web. Find the dark web. It's a good place for people who are looking for minty meth.
Hey.
As we wrap up the show, I think this is a great point to do so. I do want to give a quick kitty cam, but
Wally just ran off.
We had it. It was good.
Kitty cam was there. Wren the kitty. You guys saw a photo earlier. Guys, this was a lot of fun. I'm going to save this because I'm not a raging alcoholic quite yet. A couple more months of this and maybe. But I'm going to save this to share with you guys eventually. Hopefully. I may actually pick up a second one because this is super smooth. And on that note, gentlemen, this has been a lot of fun. And for those of you watching, thank you for joining us for another episode of the Social Distance Drinking Club. Sam Fraser says, speaking of collabs, the stack is amazing. Yes, don't forget, our anniversary is not over. And you killed that stack. So it looks like it should be good. I got to go pick up the rest of our stuff.
Real good.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you guys for watching. And gentlemen, it's always a pleasure. Can't wait to play this game again with you next week. And Bob, we were 4 minutes late, man. I always do everything late. It's a brown people thing.
We were late. We were late.
Both of those things can be true.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. If everybody shows up 5 minutes before the show, we might start on time.
Oh, come on, man. You scheduled it for 7:35.
I know, because
I'm the reason we were late today. It's me. Also, on average, we're white, Yusuf. On average.
You know, I haven't done this before, but I'm sorry, Adam. I'm really sorry.
I was going to say, we almost made an entire show.
Nope, he kept talking too. That's enough. I'm kidding. Boys, yes.
He got rid of both Adams.
I know. Can't get rid of two Adams because we got too many. Gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure. And folks, thank you for watching and joining us for another episode of Social Distance Drinking Club. This time it was episode 29. That's a mighty fine mask you've got there. Wear a mask and wash your fucking hands.
Let's do some meth.